Morning, friends. Welcome to Jenna's channel. Today, I am starting with the chapter 7 of grade 7 Life in the Desert. Now, जब हम बात करते हैं लाइफ इन द डेजर्ट तो सबसे पहला क्वेश्चन जो मेरे दिमाग में आता है विच आई रियली लाइक टू आस्क यू इज मुझे बताओ सबसे पहले कि अगर फॉर एन एग्जांपल अगर मैं आपको कहूँ कि इमेजिन करो अपना खुद का डेजर्ट सो आप क्या इमेजिन करोगे सो आई वॉन्ट यू कि कमेंट में आप जवाब ज़रूर देना मेरे आंसर के बाद कि आपने मैंने जो बोला वही वाला डेजर्ट इमेजिन किया था या नहीं सो चिल्ड्रेन ईयर एज वी आर स्टार्टिंग विद द डेजर्ट तो लेट्स स्टार्ट विद द डेजर्ट चैप्टर so first of all the question which I have given you is all about critical thinking कि imagine your own desert and I know कि अगर if I will ask you कि what exactly the desert is so आपका आंसर होगा extremely harsh hot scanty vegetation extreme temperature है ना और बहुत सारा रेत sand dunes and all camel cactus लेकिन if you ask this question to me तो मेरे लिए जो डेजर्ट है वो डेजर्ट है जो राइट नाउ विच यू कैन सी इन दुबई a high profile life with a luxurious flats in a waterfall so that is what is called upgradation so that is the reason जब भी मैं अपना चैनल में साइन आउट करती हूँ तो आई ऑलवेज टेल यू ऑल टू अपडेट एंड अपग्रेड योर सेल्फ लेट्स स्टार्ट नाउ अब जब मैं डेजर्ट की बात कर रही हूँ तो हमारे वहाँ पे दो डेजर्ट होते हैं एक होता है हॉट डेजर्ट और एक होता है कोल्ड डेजर्ट हॉट डेजर्ट इज नोन फॉर सहारा and cold desert is known for Ladakh. So let's start with the hot desert. The Sahara Desert covers a large part of North Africa. It is a world's largest desert with an area of around 8.54 million square kilometers. Okay, so here I'm talking to you about Sahara Desert, right? Right. Now, the Sahara Desert touches 11 countries. These are Algeria, Chad, Egypt, Libya, Mali, Mauritania, Morocco, Niger, Sudan, Tunisia, and Western Sahara. The Sahara Desert is covered with a vast stretch of sands, gravel plains, and elevated plateaus with bare rocky surface, which is more than 2,500 meters high at some places. Now over here, when we talk about climate of Sahara, अभी आप ये map में, I hope you could see in this map, Sahara Desert with the brown color in Africa over there, Algeria, Libya, and all which are countries I just told you right now. Now we'll talk about the climate of this chapter, right? So the climate of Sahara Desert is scorchy, hot, extreme heat, and parched, dry, arid. It experiences a short rainy season with clear and cloudless sky. The moisture in the Sahara Desert evaporates faster than its accumulation. Days over here are very hot, and temperatures during the day may rise as high as 50 degrees Celsius. This heat heats up the sand and the bare rocks, which in turn radiates, heats and makes everything around hot. The nights may be freezing cold with a temperature nearing 0 degree. Chalo, let me talk to you a fact about the Sahara Desert related to it. That is Al Azizia in the Sahara Desert, south of Tripoli, Libya, recorded the highest temperature of 57.7 degree Celsius in 1922. Oh my God. Sahara once used to be a lush green plain. Cave painting in Sahara Desert showed that there used to be a rivers with crocodile, elephants, lions, giraffe, ostrich, sheep, cattle, and goats. However, the change in climate has changed. it into a very hot and dry region. Now I'll begin with the flora fauna. I hope children, last time भी मैंने आपको बताया था flora fauna means I'm talking to you about the flowers and the animals. अब जो इसके अंदर है मैं वही की वही चीज रीड नहीं कर रही हूँ, मैं अपना खुद का भी आपको इंफॉर्मेशन दे रही हूँ. सो लिसन इट वेरी केयरफुली. Vegetation in Sahara Desert includes cactus, date palms, and acacia, which you are aware of. In some places, there are oases, green islands with dates, palms surrounding them. Okay, so friends, camels, hyenas, jackals, foxes, scorpions, and many varieties of snakes and lizards are the prominent animals, species living in the Sahara Desert. Now let me talk to you about the people of Sahara Desert. Okay, so the people, when I'm talking to you people, तो हमें यहाँ पे एक नई किस्म की ट्राइब्स भी मिलेंगी. चलो, let's talk about them. The Sahara Desert, despite in harsh climate, has been inhabited by the various groups of people who practice different activities. Bedouins and Tuaregs are nomadic tribes who live in Sahara Desert and rear livestock such as goats, sheep, camels, and horses. And the best thing about them is wherever they stop, they stay there. These animals provide them with milk, hide, skin from which they have make leather for belts, sleepers, water bottle, and their hair are used for mat, carpet, clothes, and blankets. These tribes wear heavy robes. अब robes क्यों पहन रहे हैं? तो robe is a outerwear consists of a long flowing garment used for official or ceremonies occasion. जो long kurta आता है, that we are talking about. So from which they make that water bottle and all. I told you, adjust against dust storms and hot winds. The overseas is a Sahara, and the Nile Valley in Egypt supports settled population. Due to the availability of water, people grow dates in the Sahara Desert. Crops such as rice, wheat, barley, beans are also grown here. Egyptian cotton. Children, Egyptian cotton is very important. It is very popular over here, which is famous worldwide in grown in Egypt. Chalo, अब overseas are formed in a depression where underground water reaches the surface. Depression are formed when the wind blows away the sand. जब उड़ा देती है मिट्टी, that. Now I like to talk to you about the minerals. चलो मिनरल्स के बारे में भी हम जानेंगे कुछ. So I'll talk to you about minerals also of here. Okay. So mineral wealth and cultural landscape. The discovery of oil, a product in great demand throughout the world in Algeria, Libya, and Egypt, is constantly transforming the Sahara Desert. The other important mineral found in the area includes iron, phosphorus, magnesium, and uranium, which is mentioned in your textbook also. Okay. The cultural landscape of Sahara is undergoing change. Office building with glass cased windows have been developed that are taller than mosque. An ancient camel path have been replaced by super highways. Isn't it great? Means they are going to give the camel also the race. कि उनका खुद का अपना एक रोड होगा. So nice about it. Trucks are replacing camels in the salt trade. Tuaregs are seen acting as guides to foreign tourists and nomads. Chalo, now this is clear to you all about this. Now let's start with the cold desert, which I told you before a minute, Sahara Desert. So, Sahara Desert is a cold desert lying in the Great Himalaya on the eastern side of Jammu Kashmir. Ladakh is made up of two words, La meaning mountain pass and Dak meaning country. It is also known as Khapa Chan, which means snowland. It's surrounded by the Karakoram range in the north and Zankar mountains in the south. Several rivers flow through Ladakh, among which Indus is most important. The rivers from the deep valleys and Georgias. Several glaciers are found in Ladakh. For example, the Gangotri Glacier, children, which is very important, about this. Now, let me start with the temperature climate with you all. Okay. So the altitude in Ladakh varies from about 36,000 meters in Kargil to more than 8,000 meters in the Karakoram. Due to its high altitude, the climate is extremely cold and dry. The air of the high altitude is so thin that the heat of the sun can be felt intensely. The day temperature in summer are just about 0 degree and the night temperature are below minus 30 degree. It is freezing cold in the winter when the temperature may remain below 40 degree for most of the time. Now over here, which I was telling you right now about this. Now you can see one more maps in Ladakh, Kargil. Here the point is all about flora and fauna. Again, for a knowledge, Dras and one of the coldest inhabited places on earth is located in Ladakh. As Ladakh lies in the rain shadow of Himalaya, there is little rainfall as low as 10 centimeter every year. So there is very less rainfall, people. See, the area experiences freezing winds and burning hot sunlight. If we sit in the sun with feet in the shade, then we get to suffer from the sunstrokes and frostbite at the same time. Now, flora, fauna, you all are aware of that. Antelope, people, now here Gompas, modernization, transportation of tourism. This is also important. Let's go for the mind map, which is very important to do. And I hope you who are doing the mind map. The first desert, first is type of desert, cold and hot. Then Sahara and dark. Their team, what do you call that? Their climate, both of places, flora, fauna, both the places, people, both the places, and mineral of both the places. Okay, I hope you understand and you have received a good knowledge. Till that, update and upgrade yourself. Till that, bye.